All right, hey everybody, how's it going?
Hey everyone. Let me get myself from the freaking screen here because I was not paying attention. I'm organizing cards, so
Per usual.
pretty huge. I'm trying to get some trade-in value, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do with my life. Get
Especially
as
with
much
Modern
trade-in value as
Horizons.
possible,
Yeah.
for real.
So, yeah.
I see my puppers.
So, are you doing okay today, Rob?
Chuckle.
Just chilling?
Today has been a fucking day. The last couple of days have just been a beatdown, dude, at work. So much crap going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's been such a mess. There's so many things going on, changes happening. Uh, I don't know how your job does it, but in July is the start of our new fiscal year, so things start changing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when things start changing, we got to start doing all kinds of data gathering and doing all this other crap, and it takes up a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm still behind. Like I'm behind 2 weeks on something that should have been done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Um, so all of that stuff pile on top of it. It's just stressful right now.
It's just the worst.
But it really is. It just like takes the wind out of my sails when I'm out of work, and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything right now.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
That's always unfortunate. And I don't know. At my job, we used to do that because when July came, they used to have a meeting for everyone that worked in property insurance division. And we'd all sit in the conference room and all chat. They stopped doing that because we stopped not hiring as many people, and it became a hindrance for people because they had one less day off when they could have used the day off. They actually did some research on it, and they were like, it's better to just have everyone have the day off than come in and sit in a cramped meeting room and talk to other people when it doesn't make much sense. So I was kind of grateful for that because there's always like 3 or 4 people that prolong the meeting longer than it needs to, and they're trying to hustle and get more overtime. But I need to get out of here. I don't want to be in this office. I work at home for a reason. So,
Yeah.
but
I think I like having meetings because it's interaction with people.
mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not uh, I'm not on the phone, so I don't get to talk to anybody.
Yeah,
So whenever there's opportunity to talk to actual human beings, I'm like, I don't want to hang up. I'm like, please don't go. So, yeah, I don't mind having prolonged meetings sometimes, as long as they're not like about work.
yeah.
Let's just keep talking. How about that? Can we do that instead?
See,
I'm for that.
I'm more like having interactions outside of work and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds like typical and douchebaggy, but I'd much rather not talk at work and be restricted. And I can't have you restrict my artistry, man. But
Yeah, don't censor me.
I'd much rather hang out with people outside of work and talk. Even though here lately I've been kind of antisocial, but I don't know. I prefer that more so than talking to someone at work, because when I worked in the office, I hated talking to people that I work with. I mean, I didn't hate the people.
Did you hate them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like the people. I just hate talking at the office.
The people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because you were actually interacting with people. Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
So
I hear you. I mean, that's what's going on with me. I mean, nothing much has changed. We can recap the week if you want us since last Wednesday.
Okay.
Let's see. Thursday we did, instead of doing an art stream, I played Tetris just because of, like I said, so much crap is going on at work. I just needed to do something to numb my brain. And even though Tetris is kind of like a game where you have to use your brain, for me, I just turn it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was fun. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there. It's a good time. Friday we played Scribble.io. That was a great time.
Yeah.
Who all was there? Do you remember? I know Steph was there.
Steph, Laurier, Jordo for the first half. Murr, which Murr is going to be joining us tomorrow. Be sure to check him out.
Hell yeah.
And who else? Joe was there
For a little bit, right? Me and you.
And your mama too.
Ha! Outcast, baby.
I know there's probably more people there. It's just I'm having trouble placing them.
I think did Zach show up for a
Zach
little bit?
showed up at the last little bit. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So we had a good time doing that. There was some nips on Twitch during that stream. So if you want to check out that VOD,
oh my god,
do it before the censors get us. We're bad boys. Ooh.
Bad boys for life.
Bad boys for life. I got a pimple right here, dude. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's the worst day of my life.
No, couldn't see it until you pointed it out, but yeah.
Now you can't stop seeing it. Yeah. If you're listening to this as a podcast instead of watching the video, now you'll never see it.
And on Saturday, we didn't have a live stream, but we edited all day long. So we're probably going to put out 2 videos this week. One a short and one a actual video, a commander video.
Yep.
We're probably going to do thumbnails and everything like that for it after this. So
yep. The commander game is coming out that where we had Brandon from MTG Lexicon on with us. And he schooled us in the way of what's it called? Upgrading a precon.
Yeah.
They completely destroyed me, which was kind of deflating. But I get it. You know, my deck was just so powerful, dude.
Edgar
Markov. It was over 9,000.
Oh my god.
So, you know. But yeah, so the first game is the game that we're really focused on in that instance, because we wanted to showcase the precon decks. Chris did an amazing job getting in there and doing some edits. I gave him my opinion, and told him everything he did was trash and redo it. So, you know, normal stuff.
So him joking like this, but like we actually collaborate on it and try to make it as interesting and cool. And that's what I like about our workflows. Me and him
with our limited resources. So y'all don't expect Michael Bay sort of explosions and things like that.
I expect Michael Bay. Okay.
Right. Sorry.
Anything less is uncivilized.
And y'all see the doggos? They're about to fight.
Oh, have you put Choco on stream yet?
I don't know. Yeah, if y'all have never seen Choco before, that's her, the little brown dog.
Yeah. Quite an original name for a brown dog, Choco.
I didn't name her. I got her already, and she was named, so we just kept her name. We didn't rename her.
Oh, okay. The dog wouldn't have cared.
Yeah. She wouldn't have cared. Yeah, she'd probably answer to anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, had her for a good while. 12 years, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And,
baby.
And Sunday, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, we took Sunday off. We've been taking the weekends off for the most part. I mean, things are just so crazy like recently that it's like, man, we're streaming every day. We got all kinds of things going on. I know you've been dealing with stuff with, your house, trying to get your stuff taken care of. Short and sweet. What's up? How are you? Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Actually, on those lines, I did get my lawn finally mowed, and the dude that mowed it told me that I have a snake problem. Like,
yeah,
legit.
Which is intriguing to me and also terrifying.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her. She's just being silly in the bed right now. Can you see her? She's just rolling around being silly.
The dumb thing is, when I told Rob that I had a snake problem or a snake issue, he's like, "Oh, are you gonna go out there and check it?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna get the CSI out there to go investigate the crime scene where they were killed by the lawn mowing guy, just to make sure that it was a kosher thing."
Look at her. Look at her. Look at
What's
her
up, Mel?
in the corner.
She's pretty nuts.
She's just rolling around.
Yeah.
Silly girl. But yeah, I'm interested to know what kind of snakes you have in your yard.
Yeah.
I mean, you have giant tarantulas already, so
yeah.
You don't love snakes, Mel. You're a liar. Doing
Yeah.
well, had a fun stream. I had some tacos for dinner. Don't get much better than that. I heard that.
Hell yeah.
Did you have a Mexican Coke to go with your tacos? That would really set it off. Possibly a Topo Chico?
Funny story about the Mexican Coke. It's not actually Mexican Coke anymore. They don't have cane sugar. It's the same old regular
find the Cokes that actually say cane sugar in them if you want like legit Mexican Cokes.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because I really like Mexican Cokes.
Yeah.
The worst. But yeah, I agreed. It's not the same. Had a mango tea.
Ooh, yes.
I don't like mango anything.
I can get down with that. I like mango tea.
Ugh,
I can get down with
that's
the
cool.
sickness.
All right. Mango is not for me. It's
So,
okay. I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. I lurking for the moment, Tuba Swan. Well, you know
what's
what?
up,
Thank you for the
Tuba?
lurk. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody that gets a lurk on, gets a hard lurk or a soft lurk, maybe a nice medium lurk, nice golden brown, crisp around the edge lurk. We're all about it. Cheesy knows what's up.
See, Rob is like the worst Mexican ever. He does not like mango ever.
I don't like mango. Don't like jalapenos. Not a fan of avocado.
Don't like
I
hot
don't
things
like,
that much.
Mel, what is that candy? Um, maybe short and sweet. Maybe starts with a T. A tamarindo. Is that what it's called? It's
I'm
like
asking.
brown. It's gross. Ugh, I'm not a fan of that either.
Mm.
It's not for me.
The only thing I can't
I'll
get
pass.
down with with Mexican candy is the fact that they put chili on every fucking thing. Honestly,
Dude, that stuff goes hard for the Mexican population.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan personally. I don't want sweet and spicy at the same time as a snack.
Yeah.
Maybe every once in a while I can have a taste or do something like that.
You can fuck with it every once in a while.
I can fuck every once in a while. But nah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'll pass. Give me something else.
Yeah.
Tamarind, I think I know that's a kind of sauce. Yeah, it is sticky. Yeah, it's very sticky and it's gross. It doesn't
Sticky,
taste
icky,
good.
icky.
Yeah, that's it.
Tamarindo.
Tamarindo.
Tamadino.
Tamarindo. That's not it.
Oh.
I think she mistyped.
Tamarind is a spice, isn't it?
You're thinking of turmeric.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, tamarindo candy is what I'm talking about. It's it comes in Lucas. There's a candy called Puparindo. I think that's what it's called. That's the popular one that I see everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for me, man. It's just not for me. It's gross. It's really gross. But yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan. But I will drink the shit out of some horchata though. Horchata goes hard, dude. I will not have you besmirch horchata.
Dude,
I love it.
The Mexican food restaurant by Monotronics when we used to work there. I used to be the one at night that did the runs for everyone, like went and got all the food and all that because I was like the one that had been working there the least amount of time. And it stunk up my car, the horchata, and I was like, I fucking hate horchata.
It's rice water. Why does it? It's rice and cinnamon and sugar, basically. Rice water, cinnamon, and sugar.
It tastes like watered down paper to me. I don't know.
It's weird, dude.
I just don't like it. I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. So it's just what it is.
It is what it is. It's okay to be wrong.
Oh
but
my God.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. One
of my favorite drinks. I can't drink a lot of it because that stuff gets you full because it's so heavy. Well, Chris, how dare you? See, Mel knows what I'm talking about.
It's true. How dare I? But
how dare you?
Hold on.
What is the five fingers? So say to the face.
What? Did that slap go across the butt? That's a butt slap.
I just did the five. What did the five fingers say to the slap to the face?
That's funny.
Horchata is just okay, I guess.
It's like you said, you like what you like, and it's okay. As long as you're having a Mexican Coke with your tacos.
Oh my God,
you're all right.
We should have
lemonade or a limonade.
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 We should possibly have like a drinks ranking. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like soft drinks and just any drink. Or have we done that?
Oh, we haven't done sodas or any kind of type of drinks before.
I
think we'd have to break it down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put like an horchata with a
Ronathan, thank you for the raid. Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that next week. We need to get some rankings going. I know the people like rankings. People like to rank stuff.
It's true.
Ronathan, those games look freaking amazing, dude. I was there the whole time. I was lurking, so it's not like I wasn't there. He did an unboxing of Tiny Epic Pirates and crap. What was the name of the other one? The zombie one, Tiny Epic Zombies or something. Is that what it's called, Ronathan? Yeah, they look really cool, dude. They're really fun games, and the cool thing about them is the box is probably about this big and that thick, so they're easy to store.
That's
they
cool.
don't take much shelf space, so they're pretty cool. So yeah, check out Ronathan's VOD, and watch the unboxing. Maybe it might, get you excited about playing some board games. Again, they don't take up much space. They're about $30, but I think it's worth it because you can play the games by yourself if you don't have anybody to play with. So it's pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet. Full credit. I like it. I'll take it. I have good credit. I'll take it. But drinks ranking, guys. What do y'all think? Should we limit it? Should we do sodas or drink like all drinks all together?
Ingledoom, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the sub, my Topo Chico brother. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, man. Would Topo Chico fall under the soda category, or is that just a mineral water?
It's not a mineral water.
Sparkly waters. It literally says mineral water on it, dude.
On Topo Chico? Oh, and I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. I was thinking horchata. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, wow, you're way out, dude. Sodas and alcohols. See, I don't drink that often, and Chris hasn't drank in a really, really, really long time.
Like years.
Yeah, I don't know.
5 years. Yeah, I've been drinking it 5 years, so I don't know.
I mean, you drank way more than me, I feel like. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic, but I feel like you're drinking more than me.
Oh, I full on was an alcoholic back in the day. So
I have a very small scope of alcohol. It's like I like vodka and Crown. And that was all I would drink. So I have no reference for anything else. So I'm pretty bad. You can rank non-alcoholic drink genres. Okay.
What are we talking? Like duels?
Like juices or sodas or mineral waters or something like that. Juices? Coffee.
See, I could do coffees just because I was a sommelier for Starbucks.
He was a barista.
Well, I was a sommelier for the region.
He used to be a pirate.
I could tell you where each coffee came from, like what region it was from, and everything like that. I've lost that superpower, I think, but I don't know. I think it just takes a little bit of practice. But I think that'd be kind of interesting to rank things. Like I think that's something we could like work together with chat to do a ranking on like a weekend or something like that, where we just start going through and like throwing out drinks and people put what they would put it on. Like what would be S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and just put it in the rankings like that. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah.
Cool. I do like the genres though, Ronathan. I think that's a good one because it's going to make people really think about what do you really enjoy drinking? You know? Do you enjoy drinking sodas? Do you enjoy your juices, the coffees?
Yeah.
Your water and mineral waters, put mineral waters, sparkling waters together in the same thing, same category. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's tough because I love coffee, man, but I can't drink coffee all day. I can drink sparkling water, mineral water all freaking day.
I think it's
pina colada milkshake. Jordo, that sounds amazing. But also, that's the type of drink I expect from you.
Yeah.
And it probably has an umbrella and a piece of fruit.
I've known people.
Those are my favorite type of drinks.
I don't know why you're making fun of it.
Quick. Give me a strawberry daiquiri any day. I'm for it, dude. I don't give a shit. You can have your White Russians or your atomic blowjobs or whatever the hell they're called. Give me a fucking daiquiri.
Dude, you went from 0 to 60 on like the nastiness orgasm scale.
I'm just throwing, drinks nowadays have stupid, crazy names, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, how about Lord of the Rings shakes at Jordan? Ooh, I would try one. That's right. I'm giving out atomic what nows?
It's just a shake,
I don't
dude.
know. Take that and rewind it back.
Oh, man, God.
It's a shot. It's definitely a shot. What would be in an atomic blowjob?
I think Fireball.
Definitely Fireball would definitely have to be in there.
Yeah. And then
maybe some Jaeger. It's probably gross.
Jaeger would
know
not
what's in
be
a
in it.
normal-
That's not a good drink combination.
Jaeger's
Probably-
gross. I'm just thinking of something disgusting to put in there.
Probably some Baileys. And
Okay.
then
What's in a normal blowjob?
and
The
then
drink, guys, the
mint
drink.
peppermint schnapps to go along with that. And I think that would be a weird, crazy drink profile. And I think it would be kind of interesting. And then put like salt around the rim.
Ugh, gross. I feel like there was an easy joke there, Jordan. I'm surprised you didn't knock down out the park. But I guess that was too much of a setup there. It was low hanging fruit. Nobody wanted to grab it. They're going for the hard to reach ones.
Man.
But yeah, I don't know. That sounds like this is a family stream. A family of savages.
And I can't imagine drinking coffee all day because it's
I
gross
could
to
do it
me.
all freaking day. I like iced coffee, so cold coffee for me
Okay.
is still good. Like I
Okay.
could do it all day. I'll
Iced
be like
coffee is a
Captain
little bit
America
different.
with my coffee like this. I could do this all day and then drink it.
See, I don't think of iced coffee the same as like regular coffee because
But it is
it's
the same, isn't it? It's just more water because it's ice.
a little bit different, the consistency of it because
It's blended, but I mean, over time it's gonna melt and it'll be watery like coffee.
well,
Right?
it's even more diluted down because you put things in it to mix it down for the iced coffee.
I guarantee you that the ratio of coffee to water in the coffee makers that I have are not accurate. So
So-
they're probably watered down.
Little insight here: iced coffee is most of the time made with just powdered coffee, and it's not real actual like
Like
heated
instant
up.
coffee.
no, not instant coffee. It's like dehydrated coffee that does not need to be heated. It's fucking disgusting. It's coarse, it's gross, and it gets everywhere.
Pocket coffee. Yeah.
It used to be
I mean, I
the
drink-
worst when I had
I
to
drink
make that.
instant espresso. Like that's the coffee that I drink. It's called Cafe Bustelo or Bustillo. I don't know how you say it. But
Bastillo?
it's instant espresso,
Mhm.
and it's fucking amazing. It's very strong. It's bitter.
Yeah.
I put way too much in my coffee, and that's what I'm talking about when I say I dilute it.
Mhm.
So say this is my cup. I'll put like this much coffee like around the edge,
Mhm.
and this cup is only this wide. So you figure this much in the bottom, and the rest of it's filled up with like water, like hot water here maybe, and then a little bit of creamer, and then I mix it up, and it's still pretty like bitter, and it's mostly water.
Yeah, that's almost
But-
nothing. I think you're burning the cup, and the coffee's just along for the ride.
Yeah, pretty much. But that does the job for me as far as like waking me up. If I
Yeah.
had regular coffee, I'd have to drink like 4 cups of coffee a day just to like stay hyped up. But usually I just do 2 and I'm fine. But
Mm.
Bailey's drink is the buttery nipple. Oh, okay. What about the buttery navel? Blech. Blech. I think a buttery navel would have some Jaeger in it because it tastes like licorice.
I think it would
And I'm
have
just a mess.
absinthe in it also.
I mean, I want them buttery navel, son. Blech.
And then it actually has butter in it.
People put butter in their coffee. Does anybody do that out there in chat world? Put
That's
butter
so
in their
weird.
coffee? Like that's a weird thing. I know people do it. They do it. That's like their breakfast thing.
Yeah.
It's an actual way to make coffee. What is it called?
I think
I'm
it's
gonna
called
Google it.
weirdo coffee. Is if I could take a guess, because
It is-
that's really weird.
It is called butter coffee. It was just called butter coffee. Okay. Wow. Thanks. Thanks for making me seem like an asshole.
Apparently, the people that made it didn't really have an imagination. They're like, I'm just gonna put butter in my coffee. Fuck it. That was it. It's like,
It's supposed to slow the spike of energy levels associated with normal coffee drinking, and to make drinkers feel full for as long as 6 hours. Fans of the drink claim it's like brain food, improving mental acuity and focus. I don't know, man. I don't know about drinking like putting like that much cholesterol in my freaking coffee. I feel like it would coat my teeth, and
yeah,
I'd just be like have butter teeth all day, and that'd be disgusting. Bulletproof
sound-
coffee. That's what it's called.
it sounds like very pseudoscience-y kind of like
Yeah.
explanation of why they like it. Like, honestly,
Yeah. This is
no,
a
I
kettle
learned it on Facebook.
You need grass-fed butter.
Ew.
Butter doesn't have mouth. How do you feed the butter? The grass.
You just throw it down in the gullet of the mixer.
You just throw it outside in your yard and you just roll it around.
Yeah.
Grass-fed
you know nothing?
butter.
Don't you know nothing, Rob?
About anything. Where did Choco go? Oh, she's passed out. She's got tired of rolling around. But yeah, coffee is good.
They use it on keto to add extra fat. Okay. Keto sounds like a nightmare from what I've heard, honestly.
I have a friend that he was doing keto for a while. He did lose weight, but it's like he would eat like so much greasy stuff, and I'm just like, damn, that seems like it's like counterproductive.
Yeah.
You know? Like he would get burgers with like extra bacon on it and stuff, but he wouldn't get the bread. He get like a bunless burger basically. So we would do this at Whataburger. So they would give him like a tray that they give you breakfast on, like for pancakes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the burger with the lettuce, tomato, the onions, and the burger patty with the cheese, and then the bacon on top of it. And then they'd give you the condiments on the side, like the mustard or whatever, and you just put that on top of it. And he would just eat it like that.
Sounds like a double situation where you could just use the patties as the bun and just put the things
the first burger. You put the patties on the outside, but then you still put the bread in the middle so you get the carbs. I'm for it. And your hands are all disgusting and gross. Ass.
I kind of want to have them make that burger just so I could like eat it, like us do a video about it. Call it the reversed, the double down burger or some shit like that.
I'll try it. I'll do it. Speaking of it was called the double down, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I never had it. Did you try it?
Oh, you better fucking believe it.
How was it?
Dude, imagine like the best dream you've ever had.
Yeah.
And then plus ultra it. It was so good.
Okay.
It was like the first one you have, it's like, I don't know. It's the best chicken sandwich you've ever had because it's just really? And their chicken at the time was like buttery, tasty, and it kind of just was the right kind of moist and the right kind of spice on it, and so it was just really good.
I feel like I have had it. Like I just don't remember. I know you can get it at Albertsons or Amazon.
But
okay. Yeah, I know
every subsequent one after that is just trash.
Mm-hmm. I've had butter toffee coffee from K-Cups. That's the extent of it, and that's the one that I feel like I have it on my teeth. But yeah, so the double down thing, I don't think I've ever had it. When Taco Bell did the chicken tacos, where the shell was the chicken, dude those were good.
Yeah.
And I know people trash on Taco Bell all the fucking time, but that shit was legit, dude. Like, I was excited to go there.
Yeah.
That thing and the chicken roll-ups, which are just basically taquito, like real taquitos. Yeah. Those things are good. I love those. I'll go all the time to Taco Bell while they have those.
I don't understand the hate for Taco Bell, honestly.
I don't either, dude. People have
try
sensitive stomachs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have sensitive stomachs and they say it's made out of like, Mel always tells me you're going to get horse meat. It's not horse meat, Mel. It's delicious food.
Yeah. And who's to say horse meat's bad? Okay.
Yeah. Just because it's not socially acceptable to eat a pony.
Yeah.
You know, it's meat. I got to stay alive. It's me or the horse, man.
I choose me. I choose me every time.
I choose you, Robert Shoe. And I say that in the mirror whenever I say that. So.
And then he punches it.
And then I punch the fucking mirror. Like, what are you looking at, asshole? I bought so many mirrors. But yeah. I like Taco Bell.
Well.
You know,
one man's horse is another man's food, okay?
Yeah. Although Hot Pockets did get in trouble recently, a couple years ago, I think, for the Philly cheesesteak Hot Pockets for having horse meat in them. It was kind of weird. And at that time, maybe it was the horse meat, but I was addicted to Philly cheesesteak Hot Pockets at the time.
This tastes familiar.
Hey, maybe horse meat is where it's at. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Then he had 7 years bad luck. You know what? At this point, I have a lifetime of bad luck, and I just got to deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them on. There you have the facts of life.
The facts of life.
So that's how we live our life.
So we never even got to the rest of the week of what we had done.
Oh yeah, so we were on Sunday. We took Sunday.
We had nothing to talk about today, honestly, and we're here on 30-minute tangent about horse meat. I guess I don't know. It's weird.
So Sunday, Chris got his grass cut. Found out that he has a snake infestation of some sort, and I want to know what it is.
And I legit thought the guy was going to be like, I pulled my pipe out, my ocarina out, and I guided them away, so you don't have them anymore. But no, that didn't happen.
They fucking Pied Piper them all the way down the street, just like with all the snakes following him. They're like, where's that music coming from? It's amazing. Oh my god, where are all those snakes coming from?
And they're like, you can see them like dancing with their bodies, like doing their pop and lock the best they can because they're snakes.
They can literally do the best worm in the world.
Yeah.
And then Monday, Mike took the day off on Monday. He's being in swamp with work. So Chris took his spot on Monday. And he played some Diablo. What else did you play? He played something else. Oh, and that other game.
Yeah.
I forgot what that one's called.
Let me pull it up.
But it's a rhythm game. Rhythm is a dancing. So he did that, and that was a fun time.
Everhood.
Hang out. Everhood. You pulls your pipe out, like crack pipe. We did that on Monday. That was a fun time. And then yesterday was D&D. So before the D&D session, I overslept. I took a nap. I woke up too late to actually do more than what I probably should have. But Joe ran a little mini sesh with me to get me like familiar with playing and doing all the stuff. I'm still kind of nervous playing the game just because like I can't think on the fly. Kind of, I feel like you have to with this thing. Sometimes I can, but
not really.
When I'm in this situation, it's hard for me to think because I have to like imagine everything before I do anything. I have this problem at work as well. When someone tries to tell me something and they're explaining it, my wheels are turning trying to imagine what they're talking about. And when they start advancing the conversation, I'm still thinking about that first thing they're trying to tell me about. So I get lost. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so that was what's going on. And it was pretty fun. Had a good time.
I mean, honestly, it's just bullshitting with your friends and hanging out. That's really all it is on D&D, it seems like.
Yeah.
And you're pretty good about that.
Yeah. I'm a good bullshitter.
Yeah.
And Chris's character got fucking wasted. And
Jesus Christ.
He didn't pee his pants. We wanted him to. But he dreamt about peeing on stuff.
The rolls did not come up right for me to piss my pants, I guess.
Yeah. So and but you did, you got closer to God. Your beer God. And he had that whole conversation. We learned something about you. That's character development.
So the crazy thing is my character is like he's in service of his god, which is a beer drinking fighting god, and I got drunk off of 4 beers. That's why it's hilarious.
Not like
you. Yeah.
Not normal for you.
Yeah.
And and I chose to hang
Rob
around and listen to his tales. Probably. I was testing your scale weight. Because my character is a balancer of the scales of justice. Doesn't like to see people being taken advantage of, and handles the situations.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where my character is. So I have to try to remember that as I play the game.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun. So I was just hanging out with Cheese, making sure he didn't do anything crazy while all the stuff was going down.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it was a good time. We had fun. Shadow was there, Amercy was there, and Mr. Ron got there about halfway through, which was perfectly fine. He gave us time to do some things and get me comfortable with what we were doing.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We had a good time. So next week on Tuesday, we're actually going to jump into an adventure and probably into the actual adventure, and do some fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot more RP in the first the 0.2 and 1 session, just because character development and everything like that. And I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. Rob's never played Dungeons and Dragons. I know we're not proper nerdy, but we're working on it. But
I'm a bad nerd and a bad Mexican. Jeez, I'm not good at anything.
But so far, I'm having a lot of fun, even though we're just doing RP. And I don't know. I played a game similar to Dungeons and Dragons where I killed the campaign that was supposed to last a few weeks, and killed the campaign within like the first 30 minutes. It was supposed to be months long. So there's that. And I'm hoping that it doesn't happen. It kind of felt like that was going down again when I got drunk.
I feel like the one that's gonna make that happen is gonna be Amercy.
Or Shadow.
she seems to be a wild card. You don't know what's gonna happen with her.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little tension going on between my character and Amercy. I went to go check on her. The conversation did not go well as far as like trying to get her to trust me, but also maybe I didn't go about it the right way. It's just our quest depends on us not breaking the law, and Amercy's character has these conflicting ghosts that she can see that
Yeah.
I'm assuming they take over her body sometimes.
Mhm.
And she almost started a brawl in the bar. Starting a brawl in the bar would totally screwed up our chances of smooth sailing with this quest that we needed to go on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Man. And I was completely passed out, so there's nothing I could do to help the
He couldn't do
situation.
anything about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Except possibly pee on somebody like R. Kelly. I'm gonna piss on you.
Drip,
Just
drip,
like
drip.
that. So, speaking of that, I'm official, guys. It's official. I have officially seen the Chappelle Show completely, season 1 and 2. It took me 20 years, but I got there.
Dude, it's so good.
It was hilarious.
It's one of those shows that lives up to the hype because it's just that funny.
Yeah, I think it would have been funnier at the time, but
Mhm.
watching it now, still being a fan of Dave Chappelle and just knowing what was going on back then, I lived through it, so I kind of know
Yeah.
what they're talking about, some of the references.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the references actually, because I don't think it's anything that really goes over your head if you were around during that time.
Yeah.
But it was funny, man. A lot of that stuff maybe you couldn't get away with today if you try
Yeah.
to do a show like that. So yeah, I'm not official till I get the underwear. Dave Chappelle underwear. They're on their way, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great.
I think the way that he goes over the humor and he tries to make it to where everyone can understand it, but he doesn't hold their hand. But he hammers it home pretty quickly midway through the joke. Like, I think honestly his best episode, the Chappelle Show best episode, season 1, episode 1, the black white racist. That's the funniest skit ever.
Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby.
Dude, that one was hilarious. Oh my god. He started off with such a bang with that episode, dude, and it just got everybody talking. The hype was real, and it continued from beginning to end, both seasons, beginning to end. Like, I don't feel like there was like a big lull. Like sometimes you'll just see a decline and it'll come back up. It was kind of just like a constant flutter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All the way through.
Oh, Jazz, I've already seen it. I've seen it when it came out. So
I'm the one that's behind. I've never seen it, but I've kept up with Dave Chappelle over the years. I've seen a lot of his movies. I've watched all of his stand-ups. So I've kept up with him. I just never watched the show because I was working when it was on.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really got a chance to watch it. I didn't have a DVR back then.
Dude,
I didn't want to buy the DVDs.
If you want to listen to a good podcast, listen to him on Joe Rogan's show a couple days ago. He is really interesting the way he talks about stuff and everything like that, and talks about why he lives in Ohio and how he felt like he was killing his career when he just left the show and went to he didn't want to do that part of his life anymore. He felt like he was literally not going to do anything else in his life. And I mean, it's scary when you have something that successful that people are like, this is the best show on TV. Because it really, in my opinion, the Chappelle Show at the time was the best show on TV, honestly, period. You couldn't beat it.
Probably. Yeah. For that time, 2000 and whatever.
Yeah.
2000X
to whatever.
Yeah.
It was by far the best show. And then he just left it all behind. And he basically said that he felt like he committed career suicide. And Joe Rogan.
2003. Okay. So it's 2000. It's almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So.
And Joe Rogan's sitting there telling him, he's like, you did it very gangster and this, that, and the other. And Chappelle's like, it didn't feel very gangster at the time. It's like, I just got tired of being told what I had to do and what I should do and how I didn't have creative control out of everything. And it just wasn't good to me anymore. And so I just walked away and it felt like I was ruining my life. And
you got paid though, man.
Now he did.
Yeah. Like when he did the Netflix specials, just like, man, he got paid so much money to do that crap. I mean, all of that, he got his name back from the Chappelle Show. He owns the rights to it. I mean, it's I don't know if he owns the rights, but he got it back, and that's fucking amazing, dude. That's
He
crazy.
gets a percentage of it now.
That's really good. Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle is like a great storyteller.
Yeah.
Like I'll find clips of him just at different like occasions, like at concerts. He won an award. I forgot what the award for, but his mom was there, and he was just telling the story about him growing up, and it's just like, man, he's such a good storyteller, and he's funny when he does it. And
Mhm.
you know, in some of his stand up, you know, he's there and he'll just start laughing, but when he's telling a story, it's still funny, and he doesn't start laughing like it's a joke. He's just telling the story in a way that's funny to everybody. But you know, for him, it's just like I'm just telling the story, and it just happens to be funny. I don't know. He's just so good at it, man. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
It's just funny to look at him now, like how big he is. You know what I mean? Like he's wider, way wider now than he was when he was doing the show back then. So it's pretty. It doesn't even look like him,
Yeah.
but you can see he sounds way different too. I guess all that smoking
Yeah.
mess with his voice, but
Yeah. And yeah, it's I don't know, he's one of those comedians that I would probably, if I could go out and watch him at any point, because I don't know, me and the wife don't go to anywhere, honestly. I would go watch Chappelle. Because he seems like he actually cares about interesting topics and just talking, and I think he's very
He really
funny,
is,
and he's
Mer.
funny for everyone. Honestly,
What's up, Mer? Yeah, when we saw him when we went to go see what's her name, that concert that we went to.
Oh yeah.
What was her? Why can't I think of her name right now? What a day! What a day! What is her name?
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu. Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
go see Erykah Badu.
He was
went to her
funny then.
concert here. Yeah, and he showed up there. It was freaking crazy. Willow Smith was there, I think, which was weird. Like,
Yeah.
why is Willow here?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really sweet concert, dude. We had a good time. It was fun.
Dude, he was yelling at the staff there because they kept turning the lights off because they had to close because they had a permit to only be open certain times. Like, he was bitching about that, but he's doing it funny.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Good times. Good time. I miss going to concerts, man. That's one of the things that I miss the most during COVID. Going to concerts and going to the movies. Those are my two things. It's
Dude,
weird because I don't like people generally.
Mm-hmm.
But I like going to concerts and being around people
generally.
I mean, you know what I mean. Just like
Yeah.
people as a whole, you get out and about, you just see people that just are inconsiderate of everybody, and they're just like assholes or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But when you go to a concert or a festival or something like that, everybody's there. You're enjoying the music, just like you're in your own little world, even though there's a bunch of people there. It's crazy.
Way more than you're usually having sitting in front of you. So
yeah, exactly. And I don't know, there's just something that takes you out of like it. You're just not as uptight, I feel like, at a festival or a concert as you are if you were to go, like, say, the club or just some, like, I don't know, just something
Drinking
like that
helps.
where it's a smaller area.
Drinking helps, and you slapping people with foam objects helps a lot.
That was, you gotta admit, that was hilarious.
Dude, so many people were like, Robert
like
got half of people in a section fucking with people, hitting people with foam like little bats, and people tried to get pissed off, and then everyone was just like fucking with those people that are getting pissed off, and then eventually it was just like everyone was fucking with everyone with foam like
so
things.
So they were like these pool noodles, like these. They were kind of semi-clear because they're not all the way clear, and they had little lights at the bottom, so they would glow different colors. And they were just giving them away. So what I would do is, like, when people walk by, I would tap someone on the shoulder and they turn around like, "What the fuck?" And then other people would see it, and then they start laughing, and then they started giving out more to like the crowd or whatever as the night went on, and then just everybody started doing it to everyone, and it was so funny. And eventually I stopped because I got bored of it, and then everyone else was still doing it. It was great.
Would start looking at you when it happened to them, and you're like, I didn't fucking do it.
It wasn't me. Well, me this time.
Oh my god, this is like 3 or 4 drinks in, Robert. So Robert is like just laughing his ass off at the situation.
Yeah, I might have had more than that.
Vodka at the time when you first started.
Oh, when I started, yeah, for sure. That was a good time. Erykah Badu was awesome.
Yeah.
It's good times. Yeah, and the movies, short and sweet. Concerts and movies keep you sane. Yeah, samesies. Samesies.
Dude.
But yeah.
Whiteface Chappelle was fucking hilarious also. Oh my God.
He was.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was. Yeah, the movie theaters are starting to open up a little bit. They've been opening up for a while down here in Texas and Dallas area. Still a little hesitant to go. I went a couple weeks ago when we were supposed to play D&D, and I missed that day because I had something I needed to do. And there was only 4 people at the theater. So I went to the movies. That's what I had to do. And there was only 4 people.
So
crazy.
Let me ask you this. I know it's kind of an awkward situation that a lot of people would prefer to go to the theaters. Me personally, I'd rather watch the movie at my house. Do you think they should leave the option open to watch the movie at your house? Get like a 8-hour window to watch the movie, like you can pay to watch it that time, and it's one time, but it's like something like $32. I would be fine with $32 to watch a movie one time, as long as I got to pause and play and do all that kind of shit that I wanted to. What are your thoughts?
Me personally, I'm single. I'm the only person here. Well, besides my brother, but sometimes my brother doesn't watch the same movies that I watch.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay $30-something to watch a movie one time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mike says I better own it for $32. But that's kind of like what you would pay. So movies nowadays, even if you go to a matinee, it's probably like $8, $9 per person.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, that's $10 max.
Yeah.
I prefer to go to the IMAX theater. Yeah. I don't eat at the movies because the cost of food at a movie theater is ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, let's not take into account subscriptions, anything like that. This is just a movie that you can.
We'll take this step by step. So go to the movie theater. You're probably paying anywhere from $8 to $12. Let's say low end, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, I go to the movies. I go to the IMAX and I go to the IMAX 3D. That's an $18 ticket.
Yep.
That's an $18 ticket. And if I get food, you know what I get? I get the kids meal because I get enough popcorn just for me. I get a little snack and I get a small drink. I don't want to load up on drinks because I'm going to have to pee. And I just paid $18 to go to the damn movies. I'm not getting up to miss anything. So we're looking at maybe close to $30 at that point. Yeah, I would probably pay $30 for a movie, but I get the IMAX 3D experience that way. I'm in a huge room. The sound's amazing. I got the 3D and everything going on. Could I do that at home? Probably. My TV does 3D, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? I don't have that perfect setup where I could just sit here in front of the TV like I'm at the movie theater. I got distractions by stuff going on. I mean, my dogs are probably going to go nuts at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not the same to me. If I had the setup for it, then fuck yeah, I would probably do it. You know what I mean?
For me, it's a comfort situation for me. I feel more comfortable at home watching a movie because I don't like sitting around motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather just watch it on my own terms at my own level because I don't like to have the movie blaring in my ear. And if I want to get up and take a pee, I don't want to have to miss like 5 minutes of the movie. I want to be able to pause it and come back and sit down and watch. That's the thing that I like. I like the convenience. And if me and my wife could sit down and pay $32 and both of us watch a movie together, I think that's fair, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's your preference on how you enjoy watching movies. My preference is shut up, don't talk to me. I'm watching a movie. Yeah. I don't want any distractions. Like at all. Don't talk to me. When I went to the movies,
EBC, thank you.
EBC, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub.
You're welcome, man.
I went to go see Mortal Kombat, and I had already seen it because we watched it prior. But the person that I went with kept talking to me, and I still got annoyed.
Dude,
it was fun, you know what I mean, getting out and going to the theater. But it's like, dude, I'm trying to watch the movie. Like, can you not?
Are you not ruining your experience too by talking? Shut the fuck up and watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was I don't know. Going to the services where they provide movies, so like HBO Max. HBO Max doesn't charge you for the movies.
Yeah,
HBO Max seems to be winning the streaming war and the release in theater war. I mean, you got Mortal Kombat, you got Godzilla. Did Godzilla come out in the theaters as well?
Yes, and it did really good. It did really good.
I would have loved to have seen that in IMAX 3D. If I would have had my second vaccination shot, I would have gone. But that came out before I even got my second one, so I didn't get to go.
And people are saying, like, when they first announced that they were going to just release the movies both simultaneously if they could, people were bitching saying, oh, who's going to go into the theaters and watch it? They proved with Godzilla, yes, people will go see it as long as it's something they want to go see. And they're just they're giving you options. I love that, honestly. And I get HBO Max for free because I have AT&T internet, so that I just get it for free. And that's nice. How we most of the time watch stuff on HBO Max. Is I share out my screen and we watch it. Spoiler alert, I do that.
Spoiler alert.
But
that's cool. I mean, look at the next movie that's coming out. That's kind of like, I don't know if it's hyped or not. Maybe y'all can say it's hyped. I kind of think that it's hyped up. Is that Army of the Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Movie that's coming out with what's his name, Dave Bautista. What's the guy? Is that a Zack Snyder movie?
It is a Zack Snyder movie.
The Zack Snyder. So that movie's coming out this Friday in theaters, and it comes out the 21st on Netflix. This is a Netflix movie. I'm interested to see how well it's going to do in the theaters. But guess what? It's streaming on Netflix. You're already paying for Netflix. They're not doing the bullshit that Disney is doing.
Disney's full of shit, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Disney's put out some quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier is amazing, but it's the Marvel stuff. I mean, even the Star Wars, but you're really only getting one good show at a time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You're paying that just to get one good show at a time, and it comes out on a weekly basis, which is fine, I guess. It's something to look forward to. I know for me, those new shows coming out on Fridays were something for me to look forward to, as opposed to Netflix and just binging it all in one weekend, and now I have nothing to watch, you know?
Well, those streaming services are starting to change up their way they do it also, because Disney, because it forces people to keep subscriptions going
longer. Yeah,
so
I get that.
They're looking into it more.
Well, I mean, Netflix doesn't do it yet. Amazon Prime is doing it, I think, right now.
I kind of like the way that Amazon Prime does it. Yeah, I like Amazon.
I don't think they need to do it, but they're already getting, you have Amazon Prime because you're probably getting shit, or you're ordering stuff.
We have to have it.
Free shipping. Yeah. So don't make me wait for shows, I guess. If, I'm paying for your service anyways. But whatever.
Dawn of the, what was the movie that came out with Dave?
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, yeah. But we're just talking about in general about what would you prefer, to go to the theaters and watch a new movie, or watch it at home if you can rent it or you have the service. Me personally, I'd much rather watch it at home. So, but yeah.
So Mel says that she agrees with you, but she does miss going to the movies, because we have a theater here in Texas. I'm not sure if it's everywhere else, but it's called the Studio Movie Grill.
Mm-hmm.
And on Tuesdays, they have $5 Tuesdays, which is a deal, honestly. And then she says you can get a large popcorn and Coke with free refills for $15. So you're looking at $25 with tax. You're probably looking at $30, the same price as going to the theater. But you can cook at home, order a pizza or whatever, and just chill and watch your movie.
Dude, a nice frozen Walmart pizza during the movie. Oh, that's another tier. We're going to do that list. Frozen pizza tier list.
Frozen pizza tier list.
Yeah.
We don't have a Studio Movie real close enough for me that we would actually go. Yeah, they're around though. King, you're in our area. I think the closest one to you is probably going to be either in Grapevine. I don't even know if there's one in Grapevine.
Denton has one. Denton. Yeah.
You have a Studio Movie Grill in SoCal? Here's my problem with the dine-in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I fucking hate them. I'm going to throw it out there. I hate them. I don't like any of them at all, because of the reasons that I said before. Don't distract me from the movie. I just paid a bunch of money to watch a fucking movie. Don't talk to me. I get it. You're going to a dine-in theater. You're gonna get interrupted by the waiter. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, if you get there early enough to the theater, you order your food. Everything should come out early, and don't talk to me no more. I just hate, like, people walking in front of you, going this way, going that way. Reaching in, whispering, "What? I can't hear you," and then they have to talk louder. Then you got people just crunching on their food, dropping their silver. I don't know. It's just me. It's distracting. I prefer to just go to a regular movie theater and deal with people talking than having to deal with all this other stuff. Because at least this way, people aren't getting up and walking in front of me.
I prefer to go to my the regular movie theater and sneak in my own food so I bother myself. Okay.
Man, the last time I did that, I think I snuck in like a Subway sandwich or something like that.
Dude.
A 6-inch. It wasn't a foot long.
People think that they're like sneaking things into Nazi Germany when they're like sneaking things into a movie theater. These are teenagers that don't give a shit. And
they're like,
not gonna
dude, I do the same shit. Okay. Like, relax.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like to be distracted. Down here in Texas, we have the Alamo Draft House. Hopefully they survive because they have a really cool setup for their place. They have food. They actually have a bar and they have a beer menu. So they probably have 30 different types of beers on tap. Plus their food, which is a little expensive, but it's good. And then they have rules there. Like you cannot make noise in those theaters. If you do, they'll kick you out. They give you one warning. After that, you're out. Like, just leave, sir. Get out of here. They'll kick you out completely. You can't have your phone on. They have cool little like things before the show. So when I went to go see Spider-Man, the first Homecoming, I saw it there. And they had like a little thing about Spider-Man and all the different Spider-Mans. That's where I found out about Turkish Spider-Man, which is he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And Japanese I already knew about Japanese Spider-Man, but I heard about that one there as well. So they give you like these educational things just about random stuff. I will say that part is cool, but it's still the same thing as going to a movie grill once you're inside, but with less people talking. You still have the waiters coming and going. People drink more there, so they're laughing more and giggling. You know, just you can hear it. It's distracting, and I'm not for it.
Yeah.
I want to, when I'm at home now, what I'll do, if I want to watch a movie, I'll put my Bose headphones because they're noise canceling, and I'll watch a movie that way. Like I'll just sit there with my iPad just like this, and I'll just watch it. My laptop right now is probably this far away from my face, so that's kind of what I'll do. Also, I'll just sit here on my laptop, turn off all the lights, put my headphones on, and that way I don't have to hear anything. I'm just focused on the movie. Yeah, Alamo Draft House. They just opened one in Los Angeles. Nice, dude. Yeah, enjoy it, dude. They got great beer. Hopefully, they'll have some Texas beers there for y'all, man, because there's some good ones. Flask and Taco Bell for me. Nice.
I think Studio Movie Grill could fix a lot of their issues with interrupting guests when they're watching a movie, is having buttons on the fucking table that you just push when you want something.
Yeah, I think
that would probably solve a lot. I don't know. It's been a while since
I know they have a little slot. They have like these little slots where you have a menu, like you write stuff down and they'll come and they'll pick it up. So if they don't see it, guess what? You don't get anything.
Yeah. And it's dark in the theater, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. They had buttons when we went to the one in Columbus. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I could have swore they did, but I'm not 100%.
It's been a long time since I went to one, and I was disappointed with it because the waiters got all in the way of watching the movie. So I just was like, man, screw this. I'll just go to the theater and sneak in my own food.
Yeah, that's why I like to sit in the middle of the theater as well. You don't get as many people walking in front of you if you sit in the middle of the row.
Yeah.
Also ate too much and fell asleep. No, Mer, what were you watching? What did you fall asleep on? I was also disappointed because I fell asleep because of all the food. Dang.
See, the craziest thing I've ever taken in...
Joker?
Joker? Okay.
Oh, wow. You fell asleep in Joker?
The craziest thing I ever took into a theater is nachos from the from out in the mall. When I worked in the mall, I just brought in nachos.
Good night, Mel. Have a good night.
Night, Mel.
Say good night to Mel.
So
start stealing that from the Norm cores. Sorry, Norm. Sorry, Steph. Everyone say bye. Anyways, you snuck in nachos from the food court?
I just carried them in. No one gave a shit. So
oh, really? That's funny. I think that's interesting. So, like the movie theaters in the mall, typically those are the ones that don't give a shit, like at all, because they know you're at the mall. Yeah. Like you're gonna bring stuff in. You're gonna bring your clothes or what your shopping bags and shit like that. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I think if you're just to go to a standalone theater, they would probably care if you walked in with fucking food.
Yeah.
They'd probably say, no, you can't bring that in.
I had a buddy once who said he took a steak in.
Oh, wow. I know a place in Ohio, if I remember correctly, that had very dim tablets to order on, as well as tinted glass behind each seat. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Every day Erica fell asleep during the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, no.
Oh.
She snuck an ice cream cone in her. How did she get an ice cream cone in her purse?
Hey, you can sneak anything in. You can sneak anything in if you really try.
That's the advantage. That's the advantage of carrying a purse.
Sometimes I wish I could carry a purse.
I mean, you can. Just say it's a satchel, dude. Indiana Jones wore one. So there you go. I fell asleep during the B movie and The Last Jedi. Jedi was like 1 a.m. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi was trash anyway, so you didn't miss anything.
Oh my god. The B movie.
I've never seen the B movie. So with Jerry Seinfeld, the B.
What's the deal with bees?
What's the deal with all this honey? Why's it gotta be so sticky? I don't know. That's my Jerry Seinfeld impression.
Oh my god. Was he really here? We need to put special guest Jerry Seinfeld on the description on YouTube.
Yeah, put it in the tags. Wrap the napkin around it. Okay. All right. So I fell asleep during Infinity War and had to avoid spoilers for like 6 weeks before I was able to watch it. No, dude, that movie was great. That movie was better than Endgame. Infinity War was.
See, this is why watching a movie at home in a lot of cases is better, because you can start the movie whenever the hell you want. You don't have to be stuck to times that they tell you, oh, we had time to clean up after this, and now you can go in and watch and wait for 30 minutes of advertisements before the movie starts, then wait for 20 minutes of trailers and advertisements in the movie theater while the lights are down and you have to watch a screen. So,
hey, Jonathan, y'all have like a whole picnic in the theater. Reddit says I always have her bring the big purse so she can sneak in my M&M's, Crispies, my Bunch of Crunch, and cans of Code Red. Did she bring your laptop and your headset so you can get some gaming in while you're drinking them Code Reds?
Dude, back in the day when I would sneak stuff into the theater, I would have my cargo pants, and I just put Cokes or Dr. Peppers in my pockets. And I would try to open it in such go underneath the table start hiding under there and go. After a while, no one gave a shit. You learn this after you go to a lot of movie theaters over the summer or something like that. I just full on was just drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they just didn't care.
Yeah, no one gives a shit, dude. It's a movie theater. Come on. King of Dad jokes. I'll bring the sandwiches. You bring the lemonade pitcher. I've snuck Jack in the Box into a movie theater before. Just put some chicken sandwiches in my pockets.
Bring a Camelback of just lemonade.
Yeah. I had it right here in my wrist. Just you make sure you open the cans during the previews. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta. But then, someone might look around when they hear the can open, but they won't care. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park. Ooh, he has a soda. See? Nobody cares. It's just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the best person here. We never brought food in the theater. Really? You'll get there, dude. You're still young. You got time.
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll get to your point of not giving a shit where you're like, fuck, I'm just gonna take food in there. I don't feel like buying $30 worth of food at the movie theater. That's not good.
$5 for those little boxes of candy that they sell there, they're like $4 or $5. You can get those at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store for $1
for less than $1.
Sometimes you can buy multiple for depending on how many you buy. It's like 4 for $5 or something, or 5 for $4. You can get candy for way cheaper than that. Just bring it in there. It took me almost 18 years to do it. Yeah, I did it when I was a teenager. I didn't care.
So did I.
Raising the hood.
It's the biggest racket since Girl Scout cookies, honestly. The sale of candy there. It's
Unfortunately,
ridiculous.
That's where the movie theaters make their money. So yes, in that instance, it is bad. But also, I'm a dollar menu guy.
Yeah,
I'm not paying. I don't
know if you guys know this
for some popcorn. Yeah,
I don't know if you guys know this about us. We're officially called Dollar Menu guys. We don't mean to brag or nothing, but
why do we gotta get the fuck out? What are you talking about, man? I was doing it as a teenager for sure.
Yeah,
I want to say my uncle taught me that, just bringing shit in when I went to go see the 1989 Batman.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we saw that in the movie theaters. Can y'all believe that? I saw Batman in the movie theaters.
Dude,
the next year I saw Ninja Turtles, 1990 Ninja Turtles at the drive-in. It was awesome.
Dude, the drive-in theater was the best because you could sneak in all kinds of food. Oh my god! It was the best.
See, theaters need to have exclusive candy to make us invested in this one. Oh, there was a dog. Oh, his broke star cookie comment.
Oh, okay. Dude, Girl Scout cookies cost so much for what you get. They're so small. They're not very filling at all.
So smooth. Yeah. I mean, do they even support anything? Do they make enough money to take care of whatever they're trying to take care of? What does that money go to? We need to have an investigation. Can someone make a documentary on Netflix about where the Girl Scout cookie money goes?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
I think there is a couple documentaries about where the Girl Scout cookie money goes.
Let me know.
All right.
But yeah, it's I'm kind of with you, man.
Yeah.
Plus, you feel bad telling these little girls, "No, I don't want any of your cookies. Stop talking to me."
Yeah.
That's
Can't
how
you
they
tell
get
him a
you.
weirdo? Stop looking at me.
Yeah. My first drive-in was when I was 4. Cinderella and Aliens. Nice double feature.
Dude, the best is when they have a triple feature. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I haven't been to the drive-in since 1990, dude.
That's where I saw Batman. 1989 Batman is in the theaters. It is drive-in theater, yeah.
I know I've seen something else, but I remember seeing Ninja Turtles is the only one that comes to my mind right now.
Yeah.
They never take card, and my parents never have cash. At the drive-in? Yeah. They have a couple of them here in Texas. I don't know if they still survived. What was interesting was when COVID started, there was a movie theater by my apartment. They decided to convert their parking lot into a drive-in theater, which was kind of cool, but it was still I think it was $25 a car.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not gonna go by myself. I'm not gonna pay $25 to go watch a movie because I wanted to see New Mutants, and I really wanted to see it, and I liked it. So people can say it sucks if you want to, but for me, it was good.
I liked it.
Definitely one of the better X-Men films besides Deadpool, obviously the Deadpool movies and Logan, but definitely a good movie. Good enough to watch in the theaters. I felt like it wasn't good enough to pay $25 to watch it in the drive-in theater.
Yeah. If it's not IMAX and it costs that much, you're wasting your money, honestly.
Yeah. I wasn't about to do that. But yeah, and they're like, don't bring food in. And I'm like, how are you going to know, motherfucker? Because everything's right there. There's a Whataburger. There's Taco Bell.
I'm sorry. Do you have
Arby's?
Whataburger at your little stand? No, you don't.
Where's your Whataburger stand, fucker? But yeah. That I thought that was a really cool idea for them to do that. And I think they survived.
Yeah.
Like in Boy Scouts, we sold a lot of stuff. Big one was coupon card, and we would always have one person with a card reader attachment on their phone because we wanted not to lose people that couldn't have cash. Yeah. At some movies, they have White Castles. Oh my God. I would never leave that movie theater, dude. I would live there. I would start working there.
Why'd you have to tell him
Where
that?
is this movie theater? I'm going to go live there now. I love White Castle and I love movies. Put them together and what do you got? Bippity boppity boo. I'm there.
I think they should bring more drive-in movie theaters back. Honestly, I like drive-in movies because it's an extension of your house. Honestly,
yeah, you're comfortable in your car.
Yeah,
this was back before they had. I remember going and they had the speaker you had to hang in the window.
Yeah,
do you remember those?
Yeah.
I think now they do it with like a radio station or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's super static and it doesn't work. Still one by my house in Columbus. Oh, dude, we should go to the movie theater when we go up there, Mike.
Hell yeah.
I can't find any White Castles and parents don't even like it, so I'm screwed until out of the house. Yeah, King, there's not any around here. The closest one to us, I think, is in Missouri, so we're kind of stuck out.
Well, me and you're going to go visit Nebraska for Runzas, and we might pick up some White Castle on the way back.
Yeah, we're going to do that for sure. Getting that for sure. But yeah. I don't even know why we started talking about this. Oh, we were talking about what do you prefer, watching the movies at home or going to the theater?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's preference.
Yeah.
Night Ronathan. Everyone say good night to Ronathan. # stole it.
I think the point at which paying for it like over $40 would be a point where I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'll just wait for it to come out.
It's kind of like doing pay-per-view. You remember when everyone used to get together for pay-per-view? Hey, we're getting the fight. It's going to be $60. Everybody come over. Yeah. It's that kind of deal. Like, hey, I'm going to order this movie. Everybody come over so we can watch it. It's only $30. You know, if you have 4 people there, it pays for itself. It's like going to the theater. People can bring food, beer, whatever you want. You have a good time with the family, friends, whatever.
Yeah.
But for me to sit here and pay $30 to watch a movie, yeah, I think I'm going to be all right. I need to own that digital copy if you're gonna do that to me.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought Joker sight unseen, but when it came to digital, not been disappointed. I love that movie.
It was great, dude.
Yeah. But
I've been meaning
renting,
to rewatch it too.
yeah, renting movies. I think the limit would be $32, and me and Chris would have to want to watch it together.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I don't know. I'll just wait till it comes out on digital. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. And this has been my TED Talk.
At least with the digital, you buy the digital, you own it. You can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it multiple times. It's probably going to cost you anywhere from $10 to $20, and you can rewatch it. Like I said, it's good. Sometimes I have deals. I go crazy. I go ham on those $5 sales. So, I got Chris always random movies.
Chris always brings up, well, what if the internet goes out? We don't have the movie then. I'm like, yeah, but if the internet's out, we ain't watching TV either because we have YouTube TV. So what's your point?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays everything is streaming, dude. Your TV's streaming now, you know? It's so dependent on the internet. It's kind of scary at the same time. It's so weird to be so dependent on the internet, honestly. Like, I don't know. I obviously you have your cell phone.
Yeah.
You can do stuff on your cell phone. But that's about it.
Yeah.
You know? And like if I even wanted to cast my phone to my TV, I still gotta have internet to do it. I can't do it, I don't think. I've never tried it, but I don't think I can. Okay, what does Dad say? King of Dad Joke says July 23rd and 4th has Gabriel Iglesias in Las Vegas, and it's right before my birthday. So I need to convince parents to take me there for my birthday, or convince them to take me to the one of the San Antonio shows from June 23rd to July 17th. If I remember correctly, while we're down with my grandmother or sometime after that, San Antonio would be easier to convince them. Yeah, and honestly, the food is probably better in San Antonio and probably a lot cheaper, dude.
Yep.
Go check you out some Fluffy. You know, it's funny. I wasn't a fan of Gabriel Iglesias when he first came out. I was just like, this is kind of like dumb.
Yeah.
He's just like making goofy sounds and just like
he's a slow burn.
Making fun of people. Yeah, he's definitely a slow burn. I don't know. That self-deprecating humor kind of gets old for me. Yeah. But over time, like he didn't go anywhere, so it's like I guess I gotta live with Gabriel Iglesias now. So I don't hate him.
He didn't go anywhere.
I wasn't a fan.
What do you mean he didn't go?
He's been around this entire time, dude. Like, how long has Gabriel Iglesias been popular?
God, forever, dude.
Like, it seems like 20 years too.
Yeah, 20 years. Like the death of Mitch Hedberg led into the rise of Gabriel Iglesias, I think.
Can we swap that, please?
With the drug situation, no, we couldn't.
Yeah. But yeah. Tickets are on sale. He's gonna be at the Choctaw out in Oklahoma.
Oh God.
Yeah,
West Cherokee and Choctaw.
In 2000. He used to be on all that, apparently.
That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, he was in the contestant in the 4th season of The Last Comic Standing in 2006.
That makes sense.
So I guess that's when his stand-up kind of like went off.
Yeah.
After that. So yeah. Guess not 20 years, but 15 years for sure.
Feels like a long time. But.
He's funny. I mean, he's funny because like he's relatable. And the fact that his humor is the type of humor that my cousins down in South Texas have. And my family down there. So it's relatable. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't like the guy because he's too funny and I hate it. I don't know. Jealous maybe. I don't know. But you know, he's grown on me over time. So
here's another comic that people hate on all the time, but I think he's kind of funny. I don't think he's the best comic ever, but he's funny. Who do you think I'm going to say?
Are you going to say Ralphie May?
No.
Okay,
Ralphie May's dead.
Yeah, I know.
Dane Cook.
Oh, Dane Cook was funny for his time. He's a 2000s guy, and that's kind of like where he lives. Anything past that he just was like a flicker, and that was it. You know what I mean? He's a good little window into that period of time.
Yeah,
but that's it.
I don't know. I kind of liked his humor at the time.
At the time, yeah, but it just kind of got old.
The funniest thing was on Step Brothers, how he sits there and yells at his wife, Dane Cook, 30 minutes on the road now. Dane Cook 30 minutes pay-per-view. It's like, okay.
What? Dane Cook, okay. Yeah, Dane Cook was good for his time. I'll give you that. I didn't. He had a couple of funny stand-ups, but kind of one of those that fell off for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other stand-ups that I like that I can name off the top of my head, but good stuff. There's so many people I would love to see on stage. Fluffy, Ryan Kelly, mainly those two comedians. And then you get to musicians, which I'm not going to list them all because that would be 30 miles long. Yeah, I heard that. Dude.
Yeah. I mean,
just go to a festival and you can knock out a bunch of them at one time.
Yeah. One of the coolest things I ever did was go on tour with bands, like be a roadie. That got a lot of the shit out of the way that I wanted to be in concerts. And like concerts are just like, okay, yeah, they're cool and all. It's just I was there with bands when they were playing and got to hang out with them off stage. Like one of the coolest things ever was the fact that I got to hang out with the Mighty Mighty Bosstones and the Dropkick Murphys band members. And after a while, they just kind of fucking knew me. Like the old lead singer of the Dropkick Murphys was like, young Christopher, how you doing today? And me and him had a conversation almost every day, and it was cool as shit. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. I got to have my appetite for touring or going to concerts and all that just from hanging out with bands. So, granted, I knew a friend. Dude. Yeah. But
that is dope AF.
So, if you can, try to be a roadie. It's fun. Don't do it forever, though.
Yeah.
You get paid shit.
For a couple years. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do it for a little while. Get it out of your system.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Well, we're well over the hour, and we could probably keep talking about all kinds of random shit. I actually pulled up a random questions generator, at conversationstarters.com, just to like try to give us ideas on what to talk about. Because we had literally, guys, we jumped in here with absolutely no idea what the hell we're going to talk about, and we made it last an hour and 15 minutes.
We could probably go longer if we really wanted to, because
we can bullshit all night.
Me and Rob, we could talk about nothing for days. Like, honestly,
I was just clicking through the questions though, and I guess we can leave this maybe as the last question, and then we can get out of here.
Okay.
But the question that I pulled up is like, what was your favorite store in the mall? You remember malls, everybody? What was your favorite store at the mall, guys? People in chat. I think growing up, I think my favorite store was KB Toy Store. As a child, that was a really cool store because obviously they had all the cool ass toys, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if they still have KB Toy Stores out there in the world.
They don't.
That was a cool one. I liked going to Suncoast.
Yes.
There was a store called Electronics Boutique, which was, I guess it was called EB Games.
Yeah.
Also, where they had a bunch of cool ass import games and action figures and stuff that I love to go. So Suncoast and Electronic Boutique were probably like on the same level as like my favorite stores.
Yeah.
Because I really liked getting import stuff, like import video games and import DVDs and music and stuff. Because that's when I got into like Dragon Ball Z and anime.
Yeah.
See, King of Dad Jokes, Hot Topic now is different from when Hot Topic, when me and Cheese were kids.
Yeah.
It's totally different. It was so gothic back in those days. It still kind of has that little hint of it in there. It's nothing like it is. It's a pop culture store now. It was compared to where it was back then.
It was corporate gothic, I'll say that, because it wasn't. It never really was actual gothic. It was more like, because the same company that runs Hot Topic runs Abercrombie and Finch, and they've always been the owner of the stores. So
let's be fair, like that gothic look, that Hot Topic, compared to where everything was like culturally at the time, it was fucking dark compared to where it was. You know,
true.
You went punk to like breakdancey sort of thing to why are these guys dressed like vampires?
Yeah.
There was like no like progression to it. It just went straight up Jinkos and vampires. Like, what happened?
Yeah. These guys are vampires and they painted their fingernails. What the fuck?
What's going on here?
Yeah.
But yeah, Hot Topic is the coolest store to go to. Lunchbox is awesome. Yeah, and these are all new stores that are cool to go to because they're very pop cultural focused, where you can get all your cool stuff like your your pops and your
Mm-hmm.
cool T-shirts and from shows and stuff like that, which are pretty awesome.
See,
but yeah,
I liked
what was
EB
your favorite
Games.
store?
EB Games PacSun because I could go in there and play. They most of the time just had demo games that you could play, but hell, I would just play the shit out of that. Optimize the game that they had being that you could play. I optimized the trial game there as much as I could, and then when I actually got the game, it was nothing like that trial. So it was kind of like, fuck. But
disappointing.
And Discovery Channel store, that one was pretty fucking cool too.
Discovery Channel store.
Yeah, dude. Discovery Channel store was pretty legit. It had like things that were like creative stuff where you could like do experiments. It was like pre-made experiments that you could just take home and do, and it was pretty fun.
Interesting. That's cool.
And Build-A-Bear was kind of weird, but we'd go in there and just see the weird creations that people would do.
I remember when Build-A-Bear got here, it was fucking like, what? You're just making teddy bears? What's the big deal? But people went nuts for it, dude.
Yeah.
When Lego Store finally got here, I went nuts for that, but I didn't buy anything from Lego Store because it felt like it was more expensive than going to a regular store.
Mm-hmm. It was. They had to pay for the rent there. They didn't wholesale it to places, and they could sell it for their markup.
And but, it was inside of the fancy mall, so that's another reason why.
Yeah. Man, Build-A-Bear was so weird, honestly. It was so weird, but it was weird to see the creations people would come up with.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool, the customized bears, and then they just shove the pipe in the bear butt, and then they stuff it full of the stuffing.
Yeah.
I think they really knocked it out of the park by getting sports teams involved, and then eventually getting Pokemons. Same prices usually. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I felt like they might be a little more pricey. And again, like I said, the Lego store that I would go to was inside of what we consider a higher end mall here.
S-tier mall.
Yeah, it had like Tiffany's, like the jewelry place Tiffany's. It had like a Rolex store in it and those types of stores, like, shit that's expensive. And they're like, oh yeah, let's throw in a Lego store. Okay. It's fucking weird. But yeah, so like compare that Lego store to, going to like a Target or even Toys R Us at the time. It was it's a little more. Maybe just a couple bucks, but it was still a little bit more. Yeah. The good thing about going to Lego stores, you can get stuff that's exclusive there. Legos just in general are expensive, if you want some good ones. Yep. That is 100% true, dude.
All right, well, let's see who we're gonna raid.
Let's see. Legion is streaming right now. We haven't raided Legion in a while. Cobra Commanda is streaming. Let's see. Raven's Wing Studio is streaming, playing some Destiny 2. Homeboy, Trouser Schnauzer, Coptimus is streaming, playing some Pokemon Silver. All right, Chad, give us. Go. What were you gonna say? We haven't rated who?
Cop in a long time, but
we
Legion and him
on Monday.
Okay. No, we did. We did. Cobra Commanda. Yeah, we found Cobra Commanda.
Oh, that's right.
So,
you want to go hang out with Cop? Y'all guys want to go hang out with Cop? Y'all are probably already hanging out with Cop anyway. But
y'all want to fuck with Cop?
You want to fuck with Cop? Let's fuck with Cop. Let's do it.
Let's see how long he's been on.
I don't feel like he's been on that long.
2 hours.
Okay.
So
let's just do it, man. I ain't scared.
All right. So check out people in our shoutouts and check out our Discord. Thank you everyone for just hanging out with us on our just weird days when we don't really have much to talk about and we're just chilling out, doing whatever. I think I honestly feel like it's some of our better streams, and I enjoy those because I'm just hanging out, just chatting, bullshitting. So,
fuck yeah.
But you got anything else, Rob?
No. We'll be back tomorrow. Murr, looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow, dude. To give me some D&D creatures that I have never seen of. Might have heard of them, but don't remember what they look like. And I'm gonna try to draw those here on stream tomorrow evening. So y'all come hang out with me tomorrow. And watch me completely fail at what these things look like. So that'll be funny. Yeah, we'll message you tomorrow, Mer, for sure.
All right, absolutely. All right, thanks everyone. Be safe. Bye.
Deuces.
I thought you were going to flip everyone off.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Cliff Fairy and poop.